This is an interesting conundrum. We're making a YouTube video discussing a new camera that is perfect for making this exact type of video. This is the Canon C50, and it's aimed at video shooters honestly exactly like me, and probably you too if you're watching this video. That is elevated content creators, the sorts of people who are maybe filming their own content during the day for YouTube or for social media, and then getting hired out for professional work and need one tool that can do all of it in a really compact package. So for our purposes and to demonstrate this camera, you're gonna follow me as I use the new C50 to make this camera review for both horizontal YouTube and vertical social platforms, and then we're gonna finish the video off with a commercial shoot for this new, young, hot, incredibly hit company's merch line, B&H Photo. So to showcase how this camera could fit into your workflow, literally everything you see in this video, the results footage from our B&H fashion shoot, the photos, the BTS clips, literally the A-roll I'm doing right now, was all shot on the C50, except for that shot on the C80. Now, if all you want is the quick answer as to where the C50 sits compared to cameras like the C80 or the R5C, then too bad, because it's actually not so cut and dry. But what I can tell you right off the bat is that the C50 is a full-frame hybrid camera with a brand new 32 megapixel sensor that is Canon's first ever that is capable of shooting open gate. But way more on that later. All right, so I lied. Later is now. And we have finished doing our talking head section, and we're now here in a studio space doing our B&H fashion merch photo shoot, and I promised I would tell you a little bit more about open gate. But honestly, why tell you when I could just show you? With this composition, I'm pretty happy with it for the single light source. It's looking very chic, absolutely reflective of the B&H brand. But what we also want to do is make sure that we're composing for both our horizontal deliverable and our vertical. So what's really cool about the C50 is that you can go into the menu and set up multiple user markers, and that will let you actually see what the different aspect ratios will be in your deliverable. So what you're seeing on this frame right now is everything that's being captured, but I can see what my 16:9 and my 9:16 will look like. So I can use this to kind of guide how I want my models to be composed. Like right now, I might ask Reagan to push a little bit more in. Perfect. And cut on that. But that open gate thing is a big deal because this is Canon's first camera capable of capturing the entire readout of the sensor area, which, in case you don't know, is what open gate recording is. It's a brand new 3:2 aspect ratio sensor, which means that when recording video, you're able to capture way more vertical resolution. We are rolling, and Reagan, whenever you're ready. All right, we're rolling, and whenever you're ready. Yeah. Oh yes, yes, looking away, far away look. All right, you suffered enough. We'll cut there. Just one more time.
That looks good.
Yes, yes. You're also getting a cine-style camera body that feels exactly like a shrunken down C80 that can also record in formats like Canon Raw Light and C-Log 2. But it can also completely switch between a dedicated photo and video menu system, just like on the R5C. You're also getting a maximum resolution of up to 7K recording, up to 180 frames per second video in 2K and 120 in 4K, and for photography, it can even hit a maximum of 40 frames per second. But beyond OpenGate, the C50 gives you tons of recording options, and I mean tons of options. Literally, don't take my word for it. The C50 is also unique in that it comes with this top handle that also provides another record button and, thankfully, full-sized XLR inputs for high-quality audio. But I know what you're thinking, no, unfortunately, the grip is married with the C50 and it won't work with other cameras. But you're also getting timecode input, front screws to attach PL mount adapters, and a zoom rocker that can control servo-enabled zoom lenses and digitally zoom. Lastly, the camera also inherits the same dual-pixel AF system as the C80 and C400, perfect for nailing your focus during your talking head A-roll bits in the event you don't have Doug and Dave from B&H monitoring your video. Now, as you probably guessed by everything I've said up until this point, this isn't the first camera I'd recommend to a dedicated photographer, but the specs on this guy are still seriously impressive and come close to the R5 II in many regards. Right off the bat, if you have shot with the C70, C80, R5C, you'll feel right at home. Ergonomically, it's very similar. My muscle memory from the C80 still has me wanting to hit the side for peaking and waveform, but you do still have them here on the top. I do miss the ND filter, but honestly, getting open gate on this guy plus a full-on photography camera, I think is a very fair trade-off. All right, so we're doing some test photos on the C50 right now, and honestly, it's weird. Like, I keep comparing this to the C80 because I have a lot of experience using that camera, and just the fact that I have the option to also take photos on this camera body is pretty amazing. Now, I do have the muscle memory to want to keep looking for an EVF. When you switch from photo to video mode, just like on the R5C, it completely changes the menu system, so if you're comfortable with the Canon photography menu system, you're getting that on the cinema style body. And we're also using the new VCM 85mm f1.4 lens that Canon just came out with this, and it's looking fantastic. This is kind of a low lit space that we're using. We kind of want a moodier vibe, and the 1.4 is really helpful with this. I can keep my shutter speed pretty high, and we're still getting really great shallow depth of field and really sharp images. Yeah, it looks like it does look like daylight almost. One thing I want to talk about was also media options you're getting on this, because you get a SD card slot, and then you also get a CF Express Type B slot. And the CF Express Type B slot is what's going to let you do most of your open gate, your high frame rates, and some of your higher end RAW recording formats. So we're in high continuous, we're going to do the exact same thing you did. I think even don't look at the camera, same disinterested model. All right, you ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. You get kind of all the things you would expect. You get a full-sized HDMI port, you get timecode support, you get a USB-C port which can be used for power delivery as well as accessories. For instance, Canon did confirm you could use the USB-C to Ethernet adapter if you wanted to do tethered shooting, so all of those will work. You get a port for headphones, but then once again, if you attach the top handle, you also get those full-size XLR ports if you want to use more professional microphones. So while the ergonomics and lack of an EVF might not make this especially tailored for photography, for the video shooter whose client also needs high resolution images, or hypothetically, if you just need to get some nice YouTube thumbnails for your product videos, the C50 is absolutely a capable stills camera. It looks actually like, that's why I'm saying, like, man, the B&H logo.
It's poppin'.
There's so much B&H logos in this frame.
Love it.
The socks, the bag, the scarf. Appreciate all the sacrifice you've done today, Sam. Cut. Wonderful. And then the last thing I want to talk about with our hands-on time with this camera has been the battery life. Now, for the actual commercial shoot, we were using the C50 with a dummy battery, but we have a second camera body that was doing all of the B-roll and behind-the-scenes stuff. It's literally what I'm talking to right now. And for that one, we went through 2 batteries, which for a full day of shooting in this form factor is pretty excellent battery life. Yes, C80 is the battery that will last forever, but genuinely, for this form factor, for this compact body, for being able to have your cinema applications and your photo applications all in one camera body, we've been pretty impressed with the battery life so far. For our purposes, as an all-in-one camera for capturing all of the photos, videos, open gate recording, slow-mo that we need to get for the types of videos that we produce here at B&H, the C50 absolutely slotted in perfectly. And for professionals who also need to check a lot of boxes in a single hybrid camera body, the C50 is absolutely worth checking out. But let us know what you think of the C50. Actually, no, let us know what you think of B&H's amazing collection of shirts, hats, and tote bags available exclusively at bnhphoto.com. But until next time, I'm Nick with B&H. Stay creative.
Introducing the new Paybu credit card. You can save the tax, or choose special financing for your purchases made on your Paybu credit card. It's easy. The new Paybu card. Same funny name, your choice of exclusive benefits. Apply today.